Hello. Hello there. I'm just going to set my computer up. Just bear with. There we go. Ooh, I'm there. Look. Oh, I seem to be frozen. No, there we go. Hello there. Just going to stick my my flowers my leaf is just coming off. I'm just going to stick it down whilst we wait for a few others to come, and I'm just going to jiggle the camera a bit. There we go. Let's bring it in a little bit nearer. How are you all? Are you well? Please say hello so I know you're there. Sheila. Hello there. Morning, Miss Sheila. Put a bit of glue on top as well to just help to protect that leaf a little. I only just noticed that it's coming off. Ooh, I've lost a bit. Come on, off you come. Who else is there? Hello there, Catherine. Hello there, Natalie. This is a bit different from the glue book, isn't it? Good afternoon, Gail. Ooh, 10 people watching. Please say hello. Please say hi. It's always nice to know who's here. Oh, 9 watching. One's gone and disappeared. I'm being a good girl, look. I've got a glass of water today. Hi there, Debbie. Hang on, I can't do the accent. I was going to say from North Carolina, but I can't do the accent, so I won't bother. Okay, let's make a bit of a start. I've got, oh God, I'm lifting my flower up. I've just put my thumb on it. I've got a little bit of an idea. Oh, hang on, some more people saying hello. Sheila Blair, grandson all week, granddaughter 2, almost 1 year yesterday. So I'm pretty sore and tired. Well, great having them though. Yeah, it's always great having the grandkids, isn't it? But it's always great when they go home, especially if mine are a bit older. So it's always great if you send them home a little bit hyper. It's a bit like saying to my daughter, there you go, now you know how it feels. Hi there, Carol. Hi, Diane. Hi there, Carol Farney. Hi there, Sonia. Oh, it's the first time you've been on a live chat, Diane. Welcome to the club. Hi there, Margaret. Hey, Margaret, have you got your country diary journal out to work on then, in your tiny little space that you've left yourself to work in? Okay, so because I have been so busy over the past few weeks, what with making the journal up for the Spanish retreat that we went on, excuse me, and all the packs to go with that for those that came along to the retreat, together with all the little mini packs of things that I took for the little pop-up shop, that took up a lot of time. So it meant that I wasn't able to work on and complete this. And then obviously we've been away for the week. We had a great time. Lots of laughter. So that was good. And then obviously since I've come back, I've been really busy. Trying to catch up on everything. And then obviously yesterday we had already arranged for the Stampin' Up YouTube hop yesterday. So I knew that I had to come home and come and make the project that I was going to be doing on my YouTube harp, make my notes for my instructions, and then do the video itself. Well, videos, because there was more than one. And then this weekend on my Facebook group, obviously we've had the pop-up shop as well. So I'm about pooped. So I haven't had time to do any work on this whatsoever. And I've got this pile that stands about this high of books and papers and things that that I wanted to include or work on within this journal, and so it's getting on my nerves having that pile of stuff. So it's about time. I need a vacay. Yeah, I do, Margaret. Diane's still working on the 30-day challenge from last year, but really enjoying that. Should get to this by next year. I like your positivity there, Diane. It's still there in the list of I'm going to do it. So yeah, so I just have not had time to get round to doing this. So, and as I say, I just want rid of all the piles of the books and things because it's beginning to clutter up my tables and I don't need it around. So it's about time I started work on this. So that's why I've not done the glue book today, and I'm doing this instead because I want rid. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually gone through and I've just quickly marked up with some bits of paper some of the pages that I want to do stuff on. And if I just show you, can you see all those little yellow bits of card? Those are the pages that I still want to do some work on. And then of course I still need to decide what I'm going to do on the front cover and how I'm going to do a closure on it. So there's still a fair bit to do on it. So yeah, need to make a start. Now this little pot here, hoping you can see it all, is some of the bits and pieces that I've either made up or that I've sorted out that I want to utilise within the journal. So if I use all of that, can you imagine how fat it's going to be? I think I need to have a little rethink on that, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we come up with. Okay, so first thing I want to do, and in fact, I knew I'd forget something. Just bear with me a minute. I want my glass mat or my silicone mat. I think I might get my silicone mat out because I want to do some gluing so that can be drying whilst I'm chatting. Now, if the video goes on a pause, if it looks as though I've frozen, it just means that my battery's running low on my phone. Let me just wipe this over with a bit of a baby wipe. It feels a little bit on the dusty side, which is not surprising because I don't do housework. Ooh, horrible stuff, housework. There we go, that's a bit better. Please dry, kitchen roll. This is what you call being prepared. So as you can see, I got a really good suntan. Not. Mind you, that's my own doing, because I don't like sitting out in the sun. But we were busy working. So I can manage to sit in the sun for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I've had enough. But yeah, we did have a lovely time. Okay, so I've got my little pots. I've got some, oh, I might use the bigger pot. So I'm just using my PVA glue. I'm only putting a bit in, so I don't want too much. And I have got some water. So I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water in there because I don't want full thick PVA glue. I want it slightly watered down. That will do me. And I have got 2 coffee dyed envelopes here. Now, within this little box somewhere, there we go, I managed to find on eBay some Country Diary napkins. Aren't they pretty? So yeah, so look, there's 2 with the birds on and 1 with just the flowers on. Really like those. So in fact, what I might do is, I think the one with the bird on is going to be too big. So I think I'm going to use just this corner down here. So I'm just going to cut it out. Hi there, Tracy. Heck. Guess what I've just done? Oh dear, I've just cut into my envelope. What a plank. It's a good job I've got more than one into it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that off because I'm going to rip it in a minute. Rip it. Okay, and then I just like to run my thumbnail, because I've got some nails at the minute, across the corner to be able to pull off the backing sheets. Typical. Second one don't want to come. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, heck. Come on. Play. Play with me. I might have to get my tape out. Yeah, that second one is too well adhered. In fact, let me just try this other corner. Normally when I do this, it just lifts off beautifully. No, don't want to play. Okay. Let's get some tape out. Hang on, what was that? I have heard that mistake is the highest form of creativity. Yet cutting up your envelopes isn't a good mistake to make, though. That's okay, Sheila. Just as and when you can. And of course, you can always watch the replay. That's a little crafty Irina technique of putting a bit of tape on the back to be able to separate the layers. But as I say, I don't normally need to do that. And I do keep these because I do have a usage for those. But I'm not letting you into all my dirty secrets. Okay, so I'm just going to rip around. It's a crafting secret as well, not a personal private secret. Once the brain got into action there, I thought, ooh, that didn't sound quite right, did it? Oh, just ripped a flower. Oh well. Never mind. There we go. So let's use the envelope that I didn't cut into. I think since her mum passed away, I know that she was busy with sorry, we're talking about Crafty Irina here. I know that she was busy with a wedding, and then I think she's moved house. I think maybe she's just needed a bit of time to herself as well, you know, because she looked after her mum a lot when her mum was alive, and so she was probably just needing that time, you know, as we all do when a family member dies, but I think more so when you've been looking after them through their illness and stuff, day in, day out. So I think she's just taking a break. I think she's still about. I think she still pops into the groups and comes and has a look and stuff and pipes up occasionally. But I just don't think she's doing videos at the moment. And I suppose as well, it's a big reminder to her about the loss of her mum, because she always used to do them with her mum about. So I think that'll look pretty on there. Hi there, Sonia. I'm late but came at the right time. We'll let you off. Okay, now then. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put my Pritt Stick glue on there first. Rather than my PVA glue. Oh, I've got a hair now. The joys of having long hair. Because the napkin is so thin, it means that when I put the PVA glue on the top, it'll seep through anyway. And this is just to hold it in place. So I'll put that straight edge on the edge of the envelope. And I'm going to put a bit more glue down there. There we go. A little bit more under there. As I say, I just want it to hold it in place really. Is Pritt Stick a UK brand? Not that I'm aware of. I think it's an international brand, but you can use a Yoo-hoo. It's just a glue stick. You know, one of those that you turn the thing up and it comes up, or you turn it down and it goes down. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of my watered down glue very carefully on top, because the napkin is now very dull a cut. Okay, Margaret, why are you asking why? Have I missed something? I don't know why you were asking why. And then, as I say, at least with this done, I can put it over by the window to dry. Oh, I'm dipping it in that one, which is not kind of gluey. I do think napkins are a really lovely way to decorate up an envelope. And then what I'll do once I'm off camera is I'll try and find a suitable stamp. And I've actually got a stamp to stamp the postal mark bit as well. So I'll put that on there too. Now I could put something on the flap as well. Do I want to do that? No, I'm going to leave it. Okay, so... And these brushes, girls, were just the cheapy ones from Hobbycraft. I think you got four for £1. About the glue, but you answered. Oh, okay, thank you. So I'm not worried that if I nicky-nacky noodle these paintbrushes up, I don't mind because they were only cheap. Okay, done. Done and dusted. Pretty. I've actually got some foreign stamps that are in purples, which would look nice on there. But anyway, I'm going to put that in my window to dry. Get rid of my glue, so I don't want to spill it. Okay, baby wipe again. Just get rid of my glue off there and get rid of that. Okay, inside cover. I chose two pictures for my inside covers. So I'm going to put this one on the inside here. But what I'm actually going to do, because it fits in there and the black kind of frames it, I'm actually going to just glue it around 3 sides so that it makes a pocket. So then I can put a little bit of a tag or something in there. So that one's easy enough to do, isn't it? Oh, so you should be, Jill. You're on the naughty step. Detention for you. Actually, I could have just left my silicone mat there, couldn't I? Seeing as I'm gluing. And it might make it easier for you to see as well. Rather than having the brown background. So I'm not even inking the edges up of this. I'm just going to put it in as it is. So I don't want everything vintage looking. Okay, so that's that. And then for the back, I've got this image, so I'm actually just going to chop that down as well. So how, now this is a novelty, me getting my ruler out. I don't normally measure stuff, so let's have a look. So I want it just short of 5.5 inches wide by about 7 1/4, 5.5 by 7 1/4, 5.5 by 7 1/4. Can someone remember that, please? 5.5 by 7 1/4. 5.5. Well, it's not the cane. Oh no, don't do the cane. Right, I'm just going to chop it off there because I want to keep this word in. So just have a think. If I do 7 1/4 there from the top of the page, then I'm not going to get the image in. So if I cut the image off there, and then I've still got my wording, so I can add that, keep that. Let's do the width again. So 5.5. Where does that take me to? See, that just chops that flower off. So if we just take it across, just a touch, get that off, spin it round. Now measure 5.5. Look at that look. Perfecto. Right, let's see. Where did I do 7 1/4? I did, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. So I want those. I want the top of those flowers in. Let's just do that. Spin it round again. Let's see where my 7 1/4 takes me. And that takes it off to the bottom of there. So I actually left a bit of a gap. So let's just check. When I measured it shorter. Oh look, that's perfect, look, and I've still got a bit of a gap to be able to get in there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, that's 2 of my little tabs done, so that's 2 pages done, or it will do when I stuck this in. Let me just get that silicone mat out again. Yes, okay, thank you. Well, thank you for typing that. I know I'm getting old and all of that, but you know. Mind you, there have been times I've done that, you know, and I've gone, right, it's that measurement. So let's just say 5.5 by 7 1/4, and I've got 5.5, 7 1/4, 5.5, 7 1/4. And then something's distracted me for like a second, and I've gone, oh bloody hell, what was that measurement again? And I've forgotten. The joys of getting older. So I'm just going to keep those really simple and plain, because sometimes I don't think you need, ooh, heck, don't slide. I don't think you need tons of stuff on always. So in fact, if I cut that out and put that on there, so in fact, let's rip it. Give it a bit of an edge. Oh, by the way, girls and boys, if there's any boys watching, been looking for Edith Holden books, cheapest I found. What? Hang on, am I reading that right? $357? No, $35. I've got fingerprints on my glasses. Oh, 200. You're looking in the wrong place, girl. Charity shops, eBay. Are you? Oh, hang on. You've said dollars, haven't you? So that means you're abroad. Have a look on eBay UK. We've got loads of them here. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So, I need you to spread the word for me. I think I need about 30 odd subscribers, and I'll be at 4,000. Woo! Whoop, whoop. So I need you to go out. Oh God, I put too much ink on there. I re-inked. I re-inked my pad, and I think I put a bit too much on. It's all swimming in the tray. Oh dear. I have to be careful about inking this up now. So yeah, I need you to go out there, spread the word about the Tinson bird. I have to do another giveaway. It's coming out really quick. Didn't seem that long ago that I did the last one for 3,000. So if some of you guys have only recently joined, thank you very much. Let me just read what you put. It's maturing, actually. Margaret, now I can live with the maturing word more than the O word. I just picked up 2 Edith Holden books used on Amazon and got them both for $25. So that's about £20, isn't it? And they were in really good shape for being used. Yeah, I know, Margaret, 4,000. Can't believe it. I found one for $17.44 on Amazon. Seems a lot of money. We pay about £3, £4 or £5, which is about $7, $8, $7, $8, $9, something like that. Okay, so I've just ripped out my little title, inked it up, and I'm just going to stick it on there. So that's Wild Hyacinth and Hedge Sparrow's Nest. So there we go, that's that done, and when that's all completely dry, I'll put something in the pocket at the top and something on the pocket on the inside. Now, if I was thinking about the closure, I think I've got a bit of a rough idea what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put a hitch post on. Now, normally I would attach the hitch post because of the screw being on this side, and then I would put my papers on top. But I don't mind because the screw is going to be sat sort of half and half on the black and the picture itself, so I don't mind that so much. It would have too much of a bump if I put the screw in first and then put the inside cover in. So just something for you guys to think about if you're thinking of using a hitch post. Don't decorate the inside up until you've actually attached your hitch post, okay? I'm going to have to clean my glasses, you know, because I can't read what you're all saying. Just using my t-shirt. Let's see if that helps. Could never cut it up for that. I've never paid more than £3. Maybe we just need to buy loads of Country Diary books for you guys in America, and then we can post them off to you. USA equals greedy, sadly, price grouping, etc. Especially in my state. Mind you, maybe I just said that, Maggie. Yes, if the shipping doesn't kill the difference. Well, it shouldn't do, really. I mean, when I send a journal out, mind you, I send it tracked and signed for, it can be around about $15. But I mean, it doesn't have to go tracked and signed for, does it? But it should be cheaper. Anyway, come on, Carol. Let's chat in. Okay, let's have a look through this little pack of goodies now. So what I did was, I've got some, these were some sayings. Paper bag, plastic bag, that I've printed up onto some tracing paper, stroke vellum. Then I've got some of the Country Diary pages that I've got the verses on. So I picked out the ones that I liked and I've ripped those out. Those are some of my Observer book pages, and then I've got all sorts of other little bits in here. Now then, this was a freebie. This is what I was thinking for the inside cover. Not that bit. This was a freebie on my Facebook group. Put them at the back a minute. Which was the library card. So, because I thought that these images looked a little bit Country Diary-esque, thought I would actually attach that on the first page. And I thought about putting it in the middle for diddle, because then this card could then be used to write in your name, what you're using the journal for, the date that you started it, blah blah blah, or if you're gifting it to someone. And then these were the flowers that I showed you how to make in one of the videos, which is also up in the playlist, the Country Diary playlist. It's I forgot what I called them now. I did a little series of little things to make. Anyway, these are what I made, and it was using some Country Diary paper that I'd got. So I thought about putting one on there. And then this was a little dictionary cut out with the word flora on it. So I thought that I could put that on there. Excuse me. Now, I think that it needs either a little bit of cheesecloth or a little bit of lace. So I'm going to stick this on. Now, I'm going to stick it around the three sides, but instead of it being a top loading, I'm going to leave it as a side loading. Okay, so instead of it being top loading here, I'm going to leave it side loading so that a piece of paper can be placed in there. So I'm going to place glue around these three sides here. And I'm just using my PVA glue. I'm still laptop and printerless. Gail, you're slacking. I'm just going to put my hand on there whilst I reach for my cheesecloth. Somewhere in the bowels of my drawers of lace. And I know you're in here because I only put you away yesterday. So, there you are. See? He was there somewhere. Some tatty bit of cheesecloth tied up. So I'm just going to chop a bit of this off. So, smaller than that, I think. that on top of there, and this under there, but have it overlapping. I might add a little bit of lace as well. Don't know. Looking at that, I think that that flower might be a bit too heavy. What do you think? I'm thinking slightly smaller. Got this little bit of pretty pink lace. So Maggie, you know we were talking about clusters earlier. So if I got myself a little piece of card and I glued all of these individual pieces on that little bit of card, that would be classed as a cluster because it's a cluster of bits, and then I can make several, if I can speak properly, of these clusters. So then when it comes to things like this, I can just pick up a cluster and plonk it in place and stick it on. It's the little things. Thank you, Gail. I knew someone would remember. That's pretty. I always forget to use cheesecloth. Hoping in the next month or two I can get some binding tools and needle thread, start playing on my sewing machine that has never left its box, toddlers and all. Maybe by Christmas I can have a journal finally. I actually think that might need a slightly smaller flower, so I'm just going to get my flowers out. More flowers. Let's look at this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. You're the one that I want. Doodle-doo-doo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I've got some pink ones in here. I want deep pink. Or a light pink. Oh no! I think I've used all my light pink ones up. Yeah, I like that one. Now I got these from Hobbycraft, and they're something like $2.50 a packet, and it comes with leaves as well and different size flowers. I don't know what to think now. Put it a little bit more in frame. I'd love to come and sort you out, Margaret. I'll pop up and come and sort you out. I love sorting stuff out. So, do we think smaller flower, which is very pretty, look, with beads and things on, or larger, paler flower? Oh, I'm missing that. What was that rubbish, Diane? She should have 100,000. It does make me sad when I see other YouTubers going, I've just reached like 10,000 subscribers. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You know, we all do it, don't we? We all question ourselves, me included. And then I think, do you know what? Maybe it's just personalities, and some people just don't like mine, which is fine. We can't like everybody. Oh, maybe that one. Ooh, no, don't like that. Smaller flower in the colour of the large one. What, Bob? Right. Flower A. Flower B. Or yucky flower C. I might put that leaf on. Quite like the leaf on it. How many times do you want to vote for A, Jill? Catherine thinks B. Gail thinks B. Margaret thinks B. You see, the thing is, I like the colours of that one. But I like the size of that one. But then that colour does go with that page. But I just think it's a touch too bright with this. So I'm going to have a look again. Oh, Carol, your personality and talent are why I come to live events, which I usually dislike. You make me chuckle, even when I don't think I can. Larger, pale, swirly flower. You see, is it the size or is it the colour? And thank you, Vicky. That was very kind of you. I feel all better now. It does get to you, though, sometimes. When you think, you know, what's so different? Ooh, what about blue? No. No, not blue. Ooh. Ooh, maybe that one. Oh, look at that one. No, that's not right either. Everything's sticking to each other now. No, wrong colour. Wrong colour pink. I might have to find a flower and then colour it up. These. What's this one? No. I don't think I'm going to find the right shade. I think it needs to be the pale pink. Oh, blooming heck. Looks like I'm going to have to make one. Oh, hang on a minute. Crochet. Crochet flowers. Let's have a look at them. Right, let's put you back into some semblance of order. Ugh, no. Oh, heck. Who would have thought that finding a flower would be so difficult? See, I'm a typical Libran, you see. I can't make up my mind. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. And you will always be at the top of the best. No matter how many subscribers. Oh, thank you, Carol. That was lovely. Mind you, that open weave one looks better. Oh, decisions, decisions. Half Scorpio. How can you be half Scorpio? You're either one or t'other. Oh, I'm still undecided about that pink. On top of this one, I just think it's too big. I think it's the size. I like the colour of that one, but I think it's too big. And even if I put that on top, it's still too big. So, how about something like that? Actually, I don't mind that. My years of collecting is showing, look, isn't it? I suppose the thing is with a subscriber thing, you know, is that you feel that it sort of defines you as a tutor stroke designer, as being good at it or not. Especially when I think you're trying to do it as a profession. I think that that's a little bit of the crux of it for me. But as I say, you know, we all have our doubts about ourselves. Oh, heck, everything's stuck to the back of this flower now. Right, I'm moving these flowers out of the way because they're blocking my table. Put you over there. Okay, I'm just going to peel this Diamante off if it'll come. And then, come on, ripping the flower. Oh, heck. Whoopsie. Completely ripped the flower. Oh, heck. No, don't do that. Too busy gassing, that's what it is. I'm not concentrating enough. Where'd you put my glue? Oh. There we go. Whew, saved it. Right, and put that one in the middle. Okay. Less prattling, Carol. More doing. Which glue do I want? I'm going to put some of this on. Because otherwise, at this rate, it's no wonder you're not getting done. Put a dollop of glue on there to hold that in place. Dollop of glue on top of that to hold that in place. A dollop of glue on the back of that. To hold that in place. And then a dollop of glue on the back of that. Put that onto there. And then, oh, it's really bulky. And a dollop of glue on the back of there. To just slide that in place. I want it slightly overhanging the end here. Have to lay even some there. There we go. Show you a close up. So that's what it looks like now. So that would be classed as a cluster, Maggie. But as I say, if you do it on a piece of backing paper, card, decorative preferably, it means that you can make lots of these little clusters up. And oh, who's that? Shirley. Hi there, Shirley. It means you can make quite a collection of these little clusters up, and then you've got them ready to just, instead of messing about like I've just done, you've got them ready to actually adhere already onto the place where you want it to go. Okay, so that's them two done. Now then, in here as well, in my little box of tricks at the back, I have got some tags made up. Look at that one. Is that too big? I think that might be too big. Yeah, too big. Shame. No. Oh, no. Let's see if that'll fit in there. Have a think on that. Might come across something else as I'm going along. Ooh. Oh, I could put that in, couldn't I? And actually just leave it like that. And then it means then that whoever gets to own this, they can put their own writing paper on the inside, if that's what they wish to do. Maybe do that. Yeah. And I could put a piece of lined paper in there too. But if I just trim it down just a tad. Just trim some off the top. And then, as I say, whoever owns this can mess about with this bit of decorative paper. And let's just cut it into tag shape. And then they can do with it as they wish. Come on, scissors. Thank you. These things take time. There's nothing wrong with the way you teach or demonstrate. I love this group. It's intimate. You feel as though you're a family. Oh, I love you, Jill. Diane Lewis. Hi, Shirley. Oh, Shirley. Oh, hello there, Shirley. I'm missing people who are coming in now. Welcome. Hello there, Lynn. And anyone else that I've missed? Hello. Are you selling it then? There was a lady who has already put in a request for it. But at that point I hadn't finished it. I hadn't started decorating it. So I said to her, wait and see if you like what I do with this at the end. And then decide. So I may or I may not have. I've yet to get in contact with her to see. I'm just thinking to just break up the plainness of this page. I'm just going to put a little tracing paper saying down at the bottom. I quite like that. I don't know if you can see it. I don't need it to be easy. I need it to be worth it. To live will be an awfully big adventure, Peter Pan. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as... Ooh, that's a bit dramatic, isn't it? Live as if you'll die today. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. What we think, we become. All limitations are self-imposed. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. The time is always right to do what is right. I like that one. We'll have a bit of Martin Luther in there. Hang on, found some more. Do good and good will come to you. Like that one. Okay, paper trimmer. Now, whilst we were away in Spain, I said to the ladies about using the in fact I'll show you in a minute the Stampin' Up snail adhesive, the permanent snail adhesive for the likes of tracing paper and vellum. Square that up because I find that it doesn't oh Sonia, I've got to zip off now. My auntie's celebrating her 80th birthday. Oh, it's my mum's 80th birthday in a few days' time. Okay, Sonia, have a lovely time. Happy birthday to your auntie. Yeah, it's my mum's 80th birthday on Wednesday. And she's organised to have like little celebrations with all of her different groups of friends. And so myself and my brother, we're not sort of particularly going down for her birthday. I need to do it on a hard surface. So we're arranging to do something later with her. Take her away for a weekend or something. And she's had a tough time as well, bless her. Right. Oh, who's that just joining us? Scrappy Ayers Place. Hello there. Right, just going to pop that down there. So as you can see, look, that tape doesn't really show up. So I likes my Stampin' Up snail adhesive. It just breaks up the plainness of the page sometimes. Okay, where was the next one? Alright with that, alright with that. Okay, I've got a piece of paper in here. What was that for? Oh yeah. So, let me just clear my decks because I'm working in a mess. Don't like working in a mess. I put a paper clip here and I just want something to clip underneath there. So let me have a look through. Oh, I know what I could put in. And in fact, it's something that I wanted to show you guys anyway. So I've made this out of one of the pages from out of a book that I'd got. And so it's just wrapped around with some string. And I made a pocket, and then inside the pocket there's some journaling cards. So I think that I could just slip that under there because it needs to be something that's easily removable, and that will do for that. Okay, let me just show you quickly how I did it. So basically I picked out a book page and I flipped the top down because then it's the right way round, and I flipped the bottom up, so this is now also the right way round, because there's nothing worse than having them upside down. But if I flip it over, it just means that the back is upside down, but it's the front that we look at. Now what I did here was I punched out a 1-inch circle out of card, poked a hole and put a brad in the centre, okay? And then I'm going to open that up like that, and I'm going to, oh, can you see I've got my fingers open, so I'm not going to stab myself. I would normally get my... In fact, let's get it out. No, it's too big. I'm just gonna... It's very sloppy speaking there, Carol. I'm just going to poke a hole in there. Okay, and then I'm going to poke that through there. And then I'm going to open the prongs up on the back from the brad. Spin them round to the side. Where am I going? That way. So you could add some pages like this, Maggie, into your journal. Make some envelopes. And then this is my micropore, which I do like the micropore because it becomes sort of semi-transparent. And I'm just going to put it over the prongs because the last thing I want to do is anyone to catch their fingers on the sharpness of that, of the prongs of the brad. And then somewhere nearby, I got a piece of string. Now I'm allergic to this stuff. The fibres of this stuff gets on my chest. I don't know if this piece is going to be long enough, but let's have a look. So that's going to go around there. That will go around once, twice, and then yeah, it's enough. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip the string underneath that circle. I'm going to pull it until it's fairly short, and then I'm going to tighten a knot so that the knot will sit underneath the circle. In fact, I'm going to do that again, so that this helps to lift that circle up a little bit to give that little bit of depth between the circle and the background paper. And I'm doing a knot on each side to make it equal. Come on, lift up, please. Thank you. There we go. And I'm just going to clip that little bit of string off from there. Okay, so that's my closure made, and then I'm just going to glue this page into position. So I'm just gluing down the two sides, and there we have it. Right. I froze. Sorry. Okay, I'm not going to be able to stay on too much longer because it froze because it came up on my phone that I'm running low on my battery. So I've been too busy prattling. Okay. So hopefully you got to see how I did that little closure. I think it froze afterwards. Okay. So that's now my little envelope with a bit of string and closure, so I can add that somewhere else in my journal. Let's keep going for as long as I possibly can. Okay, in this one, this was the picture that I put on from the Sarah Midder book, which shows through the tracing paper here, but I attached it as a pocket, so it actually needs a little tag in there. So I'm just going to have a look through and see if I've got anything. Oh, I've got this one. Oh, that sits nicely in there. Okay. I'd add that on the front, couldn't I? Add a word on there. tear this down a little. So I'm going to keep going until my phone decides that it's going to really die on me. So if it suddenly stops and I don't come back, then you know that the battery's gone on my phone. And I shall come back in the week, hopefully, because I've got pop-up shop orders to do. And I might try and do another live, but I will put it on the community page. So if you have a look at the top of the Facebook page, you know where I've got, it's got home, videos, playlists. Well, next to that is community. And if you are a subscriber, you get the community notifications up, so that when I am going to do something and I need to let you know, if you're not a member of my Facebook group, then you should get the notification through the community page. But you can go and have a look at all the previous posts that I've put up there before as well. But yeah, if you want to be sort of advised as to when stuff's happening, if you subscribe and click that bell, the notifications bell, that's when you'll get the community messages come up, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to set that on there. I want a word. Oh, look at that. Look, creative person. Just fits on there nicely. Let's chop that up. Sorry, I'm not reading what you're putting in because I'm wanting to try and get some of this done before my battery definitely dies on me. So if there's anything that needs answering, I shall go back and have a read afterwards and try and answer any questions. Okay, so a little tape runner again. I think that tape be too wide. Yeah, it's going to be too wide. Okay, which glue? That one. The lid back on there so my nozzle doesn't get clogged. This is where having slightly longer nails at the minute gets to be a bit of a pain. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry. But that will go in that pocket in there, so that will sit in there. Then I can leave this tag bit, this floating bit on the top, and then I've got the decorative bit at the top there. That's another page done. Yep, like that. Right, so I've got a double blank page here, so this needs filling up quite a bit. Just trying to see what I've got. So look at what I've got in here. This is another collection of bits that I've made up as well. Fussy cut some flowers out, sandwiched some honesty between some paper and some clear plastic. Got that little swag of flowers. Oh, I'll tell you what might be nice on this page actually. Somewhere. I've got a little cutting out of one of the Country Diary books which explains about certain dates. Oh, why is it whenever you want something you can never find it? What's there? Right. Oh, it'll be with the glassine bag that I've embossed. Ooh, that might be an idea. Some bumblebees on the other side. That breaks up the monotony of that page, doesn't it? Quite like that. Right, that's what's going on that page. So this is where it's always nice if you've got a box like this, full of bits already made, because then you haven't got to stop and think, ugh, I now need to go and coffee dye my glassine bags, I now need to go and run those through the embossing machine. Okay. Just means that they're all there for you, all ready and done. Put my Budsy Bees up there. Glassine bag. I'm just going to run my walnut stain over the top because it's embossed. It will just make the pattern itself stand out a little bit more. Oh God, I've definitely put too much ink in there. It's swimming. Ooh, look, see. It just makes that pattern stand out a bit more now. Went a bit mad. Don't know what I was thinking there. Bring the colouring down in that corner. Oops. Okay, and this one, I'm just going to glue around two sides, the side and the bottom. Because glassine bag can tear quite easily, I'm going to make it into a bit more of a tuck spot, I think, rather than a pocket. A pocket and a pocket. Because we love a pocket. There is a tail behind that as well for anyone that's new to the channel. And I won't go into it now. I shall tell you another day, but remind me. That just perching on the corner. Yeah, pop-up shop is open till 5. There's quite a lot sold out though, so there's not too much left, I don't think, last time I looked, which was this morning. So yeah, it's open till 5 o'clock, so you've got another 40 minutes. Excuse me. And then what I'll do there, ooh, I could put that. I've got another one of them. Not that one. But I have got in here somewhere. There we go. Let's maybe suppose I could chop that down. Okay. So this was an index card that I decorated up. Let's just check that. Okay, so I need to chop off to about there. That was as straight as a donkey's hind leg. Oh, minute, Carol. Shape yourself, woman. There we go. And then that can tuck in there. And then I'll leave the actual pocket of the glassine bag empty. So again, whoever owns this afterwards can pop whatever they so wish into that pocket. You see, froze again. I'm down to 10% battery now. I'm alright with what's going on there. Right, I'm at the centre of the signature. So, because I'm down to 10% battery, I'm going to call it a day. Where's my... Oh, let's have a look at that. Let's get the envelope. So I'm going to carry on playing for a little bit longer, but I'm going to switch the camera off and add a few other bits and pieces. But in terms of the pages that I've got left to decorate, all of these little tab bits I'll save for another video. But yeah, so that envelope could go in there, look, because then it would go with the purple flowers on the opposite side, and it could go under that paper clip. So that would look quite nice in there, wouldn't it? As I say, if I put a stamp on and then stamp that image that I've got. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I'm just having a quick read. So, thank you very much for joining me again. Yes, pop-up shop, you've got about 40 minutes left before that closes, because I want to try and write up all the orders tonight if I can, because I'm at hospital tomorrow. And, yeah, so I've got that going on. So, thank you all very much for joining me. And I hope it's inspired you and given you some inspiration as to what you can do in your own country diary journal if you're either working on one or still working on one like I am with mine. And that image then shows through on this side, look, as well. Yeah, like that there. Okay, that's going to stay. Just need to do a bit more work on that. And then, as I say, I'll put up on the community bit about when the next one's going to be. Okay? So, thank you very much for joining me. And I shall see you all on group soon. And I'll see you again during the week, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, thank you, ladies, for joining me. And see ya. Bye. Love you. Bye. Now you put the phone down. Oh, go on. No, you do it. You do it. Oh, okay, I'll do it then. Bye.